Have you ever felt tiny bumps rise on your skin when you're cold, scared, or even listening to an emotional song? That strange, prickly feeling is called goosebumps, and it's more than just a quirk of your body. It's a leftover survival trick from our ancestors, one that hides a fascinating story. Goosebumps, that tiny ripple of skin that makes you feel like your body is whispering secrets. Scientists call it piloerection, but you don't need a fancy term to know it's strange, sudden, and a little magical. We've all experienced it, but have you ever wondered why it happens? The answer takes us deep into evolution, survival, and even emotions. Let's start with the most obvious cause: cold. When your body feels chilly, tiny muscles at the base of each hair, called erector pili muscles, contract. This makes the hair stand upright, and your skin form those familiar bumps. But why would our bodies evolve this strange reaction? For our hairy ancestors, this wasn't just a weird reflex. It was a clever survival strategy. Imagine you're a prehistoric human, shivering in the freezing night. When your hair stood up, they trapped extra air, creating an insulating layer to keep you warm. It was nature's way of giving you a tiny, built-in sweater. Today, humans have far less body hair, so goosebumps no longer keep us warm. But the reflex remains, a biological echo from the past. Goosebumps also emerge in moments of fear or surprise, and here, evolution's story gets even more interesting. When an early human sensed a predator, the body needed to react quickly. The hair standing on end made them appear larger and more intimidating, kind of like a cat arching its back. It was an early form of intimidation, a psychological trick as much as a physical one. But here's a twist. In modern life, most of the goosebumps we get aren't about cold or danger. They are often triggered by emotions: a breathtaking piece of music, a powerful speech, or a scene in a movie that sends shivers down your spine. Neuroscientists have discovered that goosebumps are tied to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. When you experience awe, nostalgia, or deep emotional connection, your brain releases dopamine, and your body reacts with goosebumps. This emotional connection is fascinating because it shows that goosebumps are not just a physical reflex. They're a bridge between body and mind. They reflect the deep wiring of our nervous system, linking sensations, feelings, and survival instincts. In fact, some researchers suggest that goosebumps from music or art might be a vestigial trace of our ancestors' social bonding behaviors, helping humans feel united or inspired. Goosebumps also show up in intense moments of excitement or danger, activating the sympathetic nervous system, our body's fight-or-flight response. This system ramps up heart rate, sharpens senses, and yes, raises the hairs on your arms. Even though we rarely need to fight off predators today, our bodies still react as if we do. And goosebumps are the skin-level expression of that ancient alert system. Interestingly, not everyone experiences goosebumps in the same way. Some people rarely get them, while others are more sensitive. Scientists believe this is connected to personality traits and nervous system sensitivity. People who are more open to experiences or highly empathetic are more likely to get goosebumps from music or emotional moments. In other words, your skin might be revealing something about your brain and personality. Let's not forget one of the most curious aspects: goosebumps in animals. If you watch a cat, dog, or porcupine, you'll see the same reflex. For many animals, piloerection is still crucial for survival, making them appear bigger, intimidating rivals, or creating warmth. Humans, by contrast, are walking around with a mostly decorative echo of this reflex, proof of evolution's long memory. Another remarkable insight comes from science experiments on goosebumps. Researchers have measured skin reactions when people listen to chills-inducing music. They found that the tiny muscles responsible for goosebumps respond to the emotional intensity, even when the person knows there's no real danger. Our body is literally reliving the survival reaction in response to art and beauty, linking emotion and evolution in a way that's both poetic and scientific. Even more fascinating, goosebumps are contagious. If you see someone shiver from cold or get emotional, you might feel a tiny shiver yourself. This mirrors social empathy, another trait crucial for human survival in groups. Our bodies are wired to respond to the state of others, reinforcing bonds and building social cohesion. In short, goosebumps are a tiny physical expression of empathy. But goosebumps aren't always positive. They can signal stress, anxiety, or fear, reminding us that our nervous system is always monitoring threats, even when they are imaginary. A sudden loud sound or eerie silence might trigger goosebumps, a silent warning from your body that something unusual is happening. Even though modern life has few predators, our biology hasn't fully caught up. Here's a quirky fact. In some extreme cases, medical conditions can trigger goosebumps. Rare neurological disorders or intense nerve responses can cause them to appear without cold, fear, or emotion. This highlights that goosebumps are ultimately controlled by the nervous system, a complex network linking brain, spine, and skin. So, why do we get goosebumps? In short, they are a leftover survival trick from our ancestors, repurposed for modern life. Once, they kept us warm, made us appear larger, and heightened our alertness to danger. Today, they appear when we feel awe, fear, excitement, or empathy. A bridge between evolution and emotion, biology and art. Goosebumps are a living relic of human history, quietly reminding us of where we came from and how our bodies still carry the echoes of the wild. Next time you feel those tiny bumps rise on your arms, take a moment to appreciate the story beneath them. Your skin is responding to the world, your emotions, and your history all at once. It's a reminder that even in a world of modern comforts, your body remembers the wild, mysterious, and beautiful past of humanity. Goosebumps are not just skin deep, they are history written on your body, a tiny but powerful link to survival, emotion, and connection. In the end, goosebumps are proof of something profound, that the human body is an extraordinary storyteller. Each bump carries a narrative of cold nights in the prehistoric past, of fears faced and dangers avoided, and of the deep, unspoken emotions that connect us all. They remind us that even the smallest, most fleeting sensations have a story, a purpose, and a link to something much bigger than ourselves. So the next time your skin prickles during a scary movie, a touching song, or a cold winter night, remember, you're not just reacting. You're experiencing a piece of human history, a spark of biology, and a whisper from your ancestors. Goosebumps are more than a quirk. They are a miracle of evolution, emotion, and survival, all rolled into one tiny, unforgettable moment. Like, share, and subscribe.